Piper Sandler, the American multinational investment bank, has made some interesting predictions for what Tesla is about to reveal for their fourth quarter. Numbers, delivery numbers, profits, and their expected Tesla stock price by the end of this year, as in within the next few weeks. Very, very interesting numbers here from Piper Sandler. If they are true, Tesla will break records. It could even continue to hold the EV crown away from BYD, very possibly if these predictions prove correct. I can't say they will for sure. Very, very intriguing though. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching The Electric Viking. For those of you unaware, Piper Sandler is an American multinational investment bank and financial services company focused on mergers and acquisitions, financial restructuring, public offerings, public finance, institutional brokerage, investment management, and securities research. Through its principal subsidiary, Piper Sandler & Co., the company targets corporations, institutional investors, and public entities. Founded in 1895 and headquartered in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Piper Sandler has more than 60 offices spanning across 5 countries. They're pretty well respected within the investment community. They say Tesla will deliver 507,000 electric cars, which would be a pretty significant new record, which would also mean Tesla will deliver 1.83 million vehicles in 2023. So 1.83 million would be pretty big growth over 2022. 507,000, I think, is probably more than most people expect for Tesla. The news around Tesla has been fairly negative over the last few months. I don't think that people expect this to happen. Do you? Let me know what you think. So what does this mean for Tesla? Well, it means that their stock price should hit, according to Piper Sandler, $295 US, whereas today it's sitting at around $255 US, meaning it would be worth potentially not 7 times more than BYD, but 8 times more than BYD. In other words, the equivalent of 8 BYDs put together. Kind of gives you some context on the valuation at the moment of Tesla. Tesla has been given an overweight rating from Piper Sandler of $295 per share as a target price. In recent comments, Piper Sandler said they expect Tesla to deliver 507,000 vehicles, breaking a new record. Overweight rated TSLA will be announcing Q4 deliveries early next week, they said, probably on January the 2nd. We are currently expecting the company to deliver 507,000 vehicles in the quarter, implying a full year total of 1.83 million units. After considering the latest intra-quarter data, we think our estimate appears doable, though admittedly, our forecast is perhaps on the high end of a believable range. Basically, Piper Sandler, they're coming out and saying, yeah, we realize that we're being optimistic, maybe too optimistic, but they still are sticking with their guns. They're saying this is the exact number they believe Tesla will actually post. So Piper Sandler said, little asterisks here, guys. Even if we get this wrong, Tesla will definitely post record numbers this fourth quarter. The firm said that it is optimistic about Tesla's margins, which could see some improvements from the third quarter. Tesla's margins in the third quarter were significantly lower, around about half of what they were in the same third quarter of 2022. Tesla's margins in the fourth quarter are apparently going to be stable, but they will grow versus Q3, considering the lack of volatility in the company's vehicle prices this quarter. But, I mean, realistically, this may or may not happen. And the reason being, Tesla's EVs at today's prices, they're lower than they've ever been. But at the same time, Tesla is paying less for batteries than it ever has before. So that is a positive and a negative. Even if our estimate proves optimistic, we still believe Tesla will set a record with the analyzed production rate exceeding 2 million vehicles per year. So they're saying Tesla will have a production run rate of over 2 million vehicles by the end of this year. We expect margins will rise versus Q3 given stable pricing and better fixed cost leverage. We will reassess our margin forecast once Q4 delivery results have been released, they said. Tesla delivered 422,875 vehicles in the first quarter of this year, 466,000 in the second quarter, and 435,000 in the third quarter, as per Teslarati. For Tesla to achieve its goal of delivering 1.8 million vehicles this year, they need to deliver 476,000. Basically, Piper Sandler is saying Tesla will almost certainly hit its goal. In fact, it will exceed its goal by up to 50,000, possibly beat it by 50,000, which would be a fantastic result. Now, tracking the numbers here for Tesla, over the past few weeks, the last 3 weeks in China, Tesla appears to have sold around 20,000 vehicles per week. So it's possible that these numbers are very, very true. So there's a better version of the Model Y, not huge upgrades, but there is some upgrades to it. The price hasn't changed. And I think customer demand for the new Model Y will probably have grown, not just in China, but also outside of China. But also the Tesla Model 3 Highland, that is definitely driving sales growth, both in Europe and in China. Unfortunately, it's not available yet in places such as America, but it is in Australia. First deliveries just happened here in Australia recently, which is fantastic news. Guys, do you think Piper Sandler are kind of overstating Tesla sales here? I mean, these sales numbers are pretty high, probably higher than I think people are expecting, 507,000. I mean, 500,000 cars in a single quarter is an amazing result. That gives them a run rate of what's that? 2 million and about 28,000. That's a fantastic result. To give you some context, that's about the number of cars Mercedes delivered worldwide in 2022. BMW, Mercedes, similar numbers. So Tesla is probably pretty likely to surpass BMW and Mercedes in total global sales in 2024. 2025, once they have the Model 2 up and going, I think they'll probably deliver more than 3.5, possibly even 4 million vehicles in 2025. Now, that's maybe optimistic, but I'm pretty confident they can do it, especially if they have a $25,000 electric car. There's going to be enormous demand for a product like that. Guys, let me know what you think about these predictions for Piper Sandler. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.